Entrepreneurs are at the economic heart of Irish society. They conceive creative products and services used by customers at home and all over the world. They create employment, wealth, and are big contributors to the national exchequer. They're not always running multinational companies, but are people who've chosen to work for themselves and have a lifestyle which is independent of employment. A self-employed person makes a significant contribution to the economy. They've become applauded in Irish society, as their passion, inspiration and hard work are celebrated in programs like the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year and Dragon's Den. There's no clear formula to becoming an entrepreneur, except perhaps inspiration and competence, and sometimes getting thrown into the deep end. But there are learned skills that help make the process a bit less risky. Most entrepreneurs enjoy a challenge. They are the people who say, why not? And often end up changing the way we do things in our everyday lives. It's natural that we would want to nurture the spirit in our young people. And what better place to start than in primary school, long before exam pressures have begun. As part of the Young Entrepreneur program, 1,500 pupils of primary schools in counties Kerry and Limerick have already become entrepreneurs in 5th and 6th class. It's just a start, but they've gone through just the same process as some of the world's most famous entrepreneurs. They create an idea, they pitch it. They've got to do the hard work, researching what customers really want. They figure out what they're good at and try to use those skills to play their part in a team. All along the way, they've got the support of their school friends, teachers and family.
Well, this is the third year that we've taken part in the Junior Entrepreneur Programme, and I suppose from other years I've seen that the benefits of it to the children, and they love taking part in it. It's integrated in a lot of the subjects, but this year is a board game, so they've incorporated history and geography questions in it, also maths problems, and they've brought in even PE exercises. There's an activity part to the game as well.
We've been covering the Junior Entrepreneur Programme since its inception 3 or 4 years ago, and as a community newspaper we saw immediately that it does have significant benefit from our own point of view to be covering something that is so deeply entrenched in local communities via the local schools. Obviously filters out into the local communities via the parents and families. So from that point of view it always made great sense for us to comprehensively cover the various schools and communities that are involved in the programme. Kerry's Eye would see the Junior Entrepreneur Programme, ask any of our reporters, as a very, very valuable source of stories. The children, as you can see, come up with incredible business ideas because maybe they think differently than they will as adults. So from a journalist's point of view, it's a great source of stories. It fills the paper with wonderful images of children. And as I said, the kids' ideas are great. Maybe it's something we could all learn from.
First we got a letter to our school, and then we started coming up with ideas by ourselves. And then we went into the group stages and we had the Dragon's Den. And then the Dragon's Den picked the board game, and that's how we got the board game idea.
Did a survey and we called out our results, and our teacher then put us into our different groups like sales, design and production, or market research.
I really would recommend this to other schools because it improves your confidence, your maths, your English and teamwork.
To start, I barely even knew what an entrepreneur was, so I've learned so much, and I've learned about how entrepreneurs work.
From Radio Kerry's point of view, we're very proud to be involved in it. It's a very positive initiative, but also we get great content from it. It's a community initiative in a situation where there's so much doom and gloom. It's such a positive story. It's empowering, there's energy off it. From our point of view, it crosses generations, because when we're talking to the kids involved, obviously their grandparents, their neighbours, their friends are all listening in. But I think in a situation, where there is so much negativity, this is a situation where a community really comes together, because the schools get the support of business people in their community, teachers, the wider school becomes involved in it. It's a real learning of skills for students. They're learning English, maths, geography, things without even knowing it. I mean, when you call into the school, you can feel the energy straight away, and because kids have a can-do attitude to everything. There's no problem in any project they're doing. They see the solutions before they see any kind of a problem in terms of it. I think it's a great way for children of all ages throughout the school, but particularly in 6th class when they're about to move into secondary, elementary, they're about to look at subject choices and stuff like that. They get to know business leaders in their own community on a first name basis, and how unique is that, you know, if they're looking for work experience or mentoring further on in their life.
Now what I find as well with the 6th class is that they begin to get to know each other much better through working on a project like this, because there's total cooperation and collaboration, which is how the whole process really falls or rises on. And the children actually realise gifts and talents that some of their friends have that they never realised before. They realise some are gifted with the maths, some are gifted with the art, because they have better opportunities to zone in on specific areas. And they realise, in fact, that they have great talents themselves that up to this have never come to light before.
This year we participated again, and it's the Junior Entrepreneur Programme, and our teacher was really interested in it, and she thought it was a good aim for us that we learn about the real business world and that we're not just in our own little bubble.
I really enjoyed the Junior Entrepreneur Programme. It was really fun, and it really kind of helped learn cooperation skills, and I loved the way it turned out, and with the launch party and everybody there, and how many books and the amount of books that were sold.
We're very proud of them, that they really lived up, they showed great leadership, they showed skills very mature skills. There were tasks that they were trusted with, and we're very proud of them. We divided the children into groups. They selected groups if they'd like to go into marketing, if they'd like to go into design. They know the skills that they have themselves, and it's amazing. You can see natural leaders immediately emerging within a group setting. They were fantastic. The roles that they took, the group work is fantastic. You will try to encourage group work in an English class and in a maths class, but this programme just absolutely, it just set up natural groups, and the children just embraced it. They realised the talents that they had, and you know, some of them wouldn't have even realised that they were so talented, and that completely came to the fore. It was fantastic. I would recommend it to everybody. We've done it 2 years in a row, and I think the 5th class now are very anxious, already thinking, what can we do next year?
The Junior Entrepreneur Programme, or GEP, as it's known, was created to allow every primary school pupil in Ireland to embrace entrepreneurship as part of their formative education. Entrepreneurship isn't on the national curriculum, but almost everything that's included in the GEP program is. The curriculum for GEP has been produced in collaboration with Ireland's leading primary school teacher training institute, Mary Immaculate College. Through the GEP curriculum, games and learning aids, pupils get a clear picture of what creating a business involves, and every step mirrors strands in the primary school education system. The program works closely with the local community, involving local entrepreneurs who share their story and that of their business with the pupils, their own personal dragon. This puts entrepreneurship in a local and understandable context. Every pupil got a chance to uncover their own strengths and plays a part in one of the 5 distinct teams: finance, marketing, design and production, sales and storytelling. Pupils are given the chance to invest a token amount of money in the business, with a view of getting it back with profit, to understand the real impact of risk and reward. What they're investing their own hard-earned few euros, they want to make sure they get it back, hopefully with profit like grown-up entrepreneurs. And it all comes together at Showcase Day, when the learning, hard work and team spirit comes together. That's when family, the rest of the school and community get a chance to see the results of all the hard work they've done in GEP. And the pupils graduate from their first step on the road to the future in entrepreneurship, with the help, advice and influence of some of Ireland's leading entrepreneurs.
Of JEP, JEP winning school for 2013 went to Ardfert Central National School.